He's going to be my boo until he ain't my boo no more. I told you I was upset with him because I felt he kind of abandoned me in this situation between Nosy Ho and him. But I handled that behind the scenes and I told him what the fuck I felt. And that's it, that's all. I didn't like the stay out of black women's business. I told him that. Okay? Because I'm adult enough to call a motherfucker up and say what I got to say. I cannot account for the way he moves or what he does. And that's just that. If y'all have a question about that, then we'll do that later. Do I want to go first? Marcella or Nosy Ho? Marcella or Nosy Ho? Let's go to Marcella. You said, end of my business, they want the tea back. No, they be when you come back. Matter of fact, yeah, let me pause. Let me just mute the phone. Please like the video. Please, that's the least you could do. Y'all like the mess, okay? That's the least you could do is like the video. And it, y'all crazy. I'm looking at my miles. Okay, Marcella in this investigation. Let's get it clear. First of all, y'all know I had a problem with Marcella at All About the Tea. Let's go back. That situation with Schoolboy Marcella. I told y'all on the last live how I ended up being upset with her. It stems back to a misunderstanding about my guy. Things said, she said, he said, she said. So my lips is getting dry. Marcella told me when she finally decided to call me back that she was informed she told me that Monica told her not to call me back. Because I told Monica that I wanted to make things right with Marcella and I can only own my part. At that time, I would not out anybody else what they did and the shit that they said. I have to be responsible for my own self. And I knew I could have addressed certain things better than that. But I let Monica know there was some lies told and some that just was omitted. So that's the same as lying. But let me apologize to Marcella. And I said, I believe, we probably have a tit to the tat, about the language. I said, well, she's from New York and I'm from Chicago. We'll understand each other, And, I guess Marcella's live too. Oh, great. That's not going to work. It's still a replay. You can fuck what y'all do. Y'all can try to play these games if you want to. The word is out. But anywho, Monica said, at least she said to me, I think that Marcella will take your call. And she's a sweet person. And I think that she will forgive. Okay? I said, okay. So I called Marcella. And she didn't answer. But what had happened was she sent the link for the donation to her charity. The same one that Monica Allen sent a donation for the charity. So I sent a donation. Hey, she brought me a mirror from Auntie Nisi. And when we were arguing, she threw it in my face and said that I was too broke to get it. I said, I was telling a joke. I didn't even know how much the shit cost, motherfucker. So I said, I didn't need you to get shit for me if I said I was going to call Niecy for a motherfucking mirror. So how did you get into it? You said you was going to Niecy's house and you would let her know. So she picked the mirror out for me. I never knew how much it was. It was a gift. So then she threw it up in my face. The panel did not know this because I remember Claire's face was like, I was like, you ain't gonna call me broke. And so I turned up on that ass at that time. And they had never seen me turned up. So that shit pissed me the fuck off because I don't ask a bitch for shit. And ain't a bitch gotta give me shit today. Okay? If I want something, I'm gonna get it no matter how long it takes. So I was mad. So she had thrown that in my face and I just let that go. So what had happened was I said, okay, she want a donation. Let me send an olive branch. I'll send her back that $100 that she paid for that mirror. I called Marcella 3 times after that. She did not answer me. When some time went past and all about the tea fell apart, Marcella contacted me back and I didn't answer. And it was a makeup thing. She said, well, Monica told me that you said I do voodoo. And she told me that if you call me, do not answer the phone. I said, wow, okay. And she said, all is forgiven. I said, well, I wanted to apologize to you for the way I did say what I felt to Schoolboy. And I hadn't came to you directly about it. So that was wrong for me to vent to somebody else about you. We squashed it. She said she didn't ever want to fight with me again. We're going to stay cool. And it's been like that ever since. I have defended her because she seems like a smaller being, but I guess not. Who the fuck am I to know? So I do have receipts. I just didn't feel like receiving them. If y'all don't know I got a receipt by now, then shit. Then get the fuck off my page. Hey, Fee. Okay. So when the investigation happened, when I finally decided to talk, like a couple of days before I talked, I saw Nosy Ho in Bishop's chat. I was just intrigued with the name. And I went over there and she asked me to be up on the panel. She asked a couple questions. I said, I ain't finna do that shit. But, oh my goodness, you clowning. I wouldn't, say anything. But when I decide to, I would give her an exclusive interview. Just like Raven, I think I told her I would give her an interview as well. The beautiful niece hoes wish they was as loyal on the level. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to make me cry. Stop. So we run together over Nosy. So I just was trying to get intrigued with Nosy. Let me tell you something, and I know y'all going to talk about me for this too. I did not go researching Nosy Ho. I did not go into her back videos. I didn't feel the need to. I think about how I would feel on that shit. Why do I gotta go dig in your old videos and find out what type of person you are? You're presenting yourself to me like this, and that's what I took for face value, and that was novelty. So I'll apologize because as I told, Deb, as we went into the Monique Tober stuff, and I'm going to backtrack in a minute, we have to make sure that we use our influence in a positive way. Okay? So I just didn't bother. I didn't think that was necessary. I'm still fairly new to YouTube. Please be clear. It's coming up on my year anniversary. So all of that shit, I watch YouTube from time to time, but being on the other side of the fence is a whole different thing. So I thought she was cool. She was nice to me. Okay. Then the others got into it. So the issue came up with the cease and desist. Schoolboy allegedly got a cease and desist. And Marcella allegedly got a cease and desist. Marcella got up and said she had an investigator. Marcella called me on this here phone and told me, well, Monica's saying that, and I got some receipts for that. I'm just not going to show them unless I really, really have to. Forgot you sent me the shit, bitch. Monica is accusing me of having her numbers down, and that's not my fault. That's Monica's fault. We got to fight against Monica. She's trying to bully me, this, that, and the other. So you know how I feel about bullies. I just don't like the shit. I don't give a fuck who it is, okay? Rachel, you crazy. So even though I had a problem with Schoolboy, I was open to forgiveness, and I still am forgiving. I didn't like the fact that the usury was there. So just like everybody else, I was told that Marcella was getting a class action lawyer and that it was a whole bunch of people suing Monica. And she told me, you want to get in? And I was like, no, fuck all that. I'm just, I am what I am. We gonna do this on everybody's behalf. And we gonna find Monica Allen because she sent me the donation, which it made sense because Monica said on the air, yes, I sent a donation to her charity. So it made sense to me, because these are conversations that we all had. I'm tired of Monica fucking with us and fucking with me. We gonna take her down. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Sister girl, I'm with you, and I'm gonna stand with you. So that's what I did. So she said Nosy is going to do the investigation. She's going to find Monica so that I can get the right cease and desist, so I can take her to court, so we could do this class action suit and all of this bullshit. Okay? Thank you so much, little boss lady. And so I rolled with that. Okay? So when it began, I thought it would be more cut and dry. Marcella, and I do have the text message, Marcella. Sydney said that Monica lives in Lake Charles, Louisiana. That makes sense because Monica said on the air that she lives in Louisiana. Fair enough. They started putting the things together. Thank you so much. Thank you. They started putting the things together. So for me, I said, okay, where's this phone at? This one, oh, fuck you. I'm not answering no phones today. It made sense to me what they were doing. I will say part of me is human. I was partially the mess. I was curious, well, what the fuck do Monica look like? Is she starting all this shit and she big and bad bitch? You deserve to be taken down. That's my thought process. Just like the rest of you, more than 30,000 subscribers, but about 60,000 of is trash together. 100,000 of is trash together. Okay? We together as trash because we watch the shit. Okay? Now, More people think that I knew more stuff behind the scenes than I did. I did not. I just found out Marcella was lying looking at the live the same motherfucking way y'all found out. A lot of shit on Nosy Hole Live I found out just like anybody else. I sat up there and watched it and clutched my pearls. So if you sent me some shit, bitch, produce a receipt. Make up some more bullshit like y'all done already made up the motherfucking documents. But I bet you if you do that, I have a real lawyer that will send you a cease and desist, and I have no problem filing a police report to pull all of my IP information down and put it out there. I don't give a fuck. Try me. If you want to lie on me, produce the lie. All the way. You got the money to do it. I'ma make your motherfucking ass spend it. You gonna spend it. Ride the lie on out, or either just shut the fuck up and let this go. Go find somebody else. If you're doing this on behalf of the shit what happened with Monica, this is too far. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Ain't nothing that happened between the six of us ever worth all of this. For those that think I did for clicks and views, y'all don't even notice that I was the one who had the least subscribers. I was the one that got monetized way later than anybody. I'm not making no real money off YouTube. Half the time I can't even remember put the motherfucking commercials in there so I can make some money. Nosy did not come to me with a lot of shit because I was not valuable to the investigation. I just wasn't. I didn't have information to render. So she left me the fuck alone. So now that hindsight looking at, she done outed Marcella, she probably was telling some truths. It's always a little bit of truth in a lie. Why they backpedaling and pussy popping now, I don't know. I really don't. Let's be clear. I defended Nosy because I'm a loyal motherfucker. And I really thought they were doing the right thing. And y'all gonna talk about me for this one. All the time, I really did not watch. So when I found out a lot of stuff after the fact, that she had a 9-hour live. Look, I may be a lady of leisure, but I still have life and shit to do. I get up and go to school every morning. I tend to my children. When my child, I had life shit going on. Half the time I'm sniffling and sneezing and sick and shit. Then I learned from being over there on Monica's channel, if you spend a lot of time tending to somebody else's content, you do not have time to tend to your own content. And I vowed that after that I would never give somebody more attention to their content than I would my own. So a lot of times we be all live at the same time. I would try to be supportive to Bishop, other content creators every now and then. So it takes a lot of my time. Having to do homework, having to do different stuff, it was time consuming. There were times where I did watch, but a lot of times I wasn't. And let me tell you, I got more sense than a little bit. I did not get up on the platform. I wish y'all could go back and get the receipts of how often you saw me up there on the platform when they talking about doxing people. I really didn't even understand doxing and knew what that meant till this shit started going down. I didn't, because it wasn't privy to me. Okay. Thank you, DGF. So again, I thought that, they were doing the right thing. I felt in my heart that some people were casualties of war, and I dappled with that because I was like, shit, if this ain't the person, how does that affect them? But I knew that they were trying to get to the bottom of some shit. Again, at least that's what I thought. A lot of the people that were doxxed, I just wasn't aware until later because I just wasn't that intrigued by it. You didn't see me participate in a lot of that doxing and all that shit. I might have made myself available to help as much as I could. I did that. I said that. I stand in that. And if you think that that is the way of participation, then if that's what you're saying, then I accept that and I take accountability for that. But I felt also that I didn't owe the public an apology because I did nothing to y'all. Again, these glasses come from Buffy. Go find Buffy's website, Mrs. MD, or find it on Instagram. These are Buffy's glasses. I felt that I was, doing the right thing. If you needed me, I'm here. Most times, if you paid attention and you go back and I promote Nosy channel, I was not promoting the investigation as much as I promoted her channel itself. I really did like watching Vintage Tea. Sometimes I did like watching her do the celebrity news. Nosy is another person that has an it factor, but she's just not all the way there. She go off on people. Not until recently y'all say that she's nuts. Like I said, I didn't go back. And a lot of that missing information, it wasn't up on YouTube and stuff. So I didn't know. It's fucked up. I won't say it ain't. It's fucked up. I talked to her live on my way to school talking about sex work for a very long time. I'm sure somebody got that shit. No, what's that? Monique Tober's situation. I got a text that they found Monica. Okay. I turned it on. Eventually, I was talking to one of the panel members on the phone. Like, I turned it on, I watched maybe for an hour stuff, and it just started getting long and drawn out. And I just was sitting there like, and that's why I called it. I said, it don't really sound like her. Doesn't. Not to me. Then I got text back. I probably text Marcella during that time too. Oh, we got the information. This is what we got. It's her. It's her. Trust me. And that's where Rabbit comes in. And she texted me a day later. And I don't trust none of these people. So let me be clear. I said, well, her voice didn't sound like that. In my heart, I believe maybe she's connected because you're too close to where they say Monica is. But I just don't think that it was straight up Monica. But then they sent me, oh, it's we got it. We got it. We got it. Okay. If y'all say that y'all got it, then okay. How can I prove or disprove anything? I don't have no paperwork. I don't have none of that. I'm thinking that shit gonna die down. It didn't. Then you have the funeral. Again, I'm still cool with Monica. I'm not Monica. Marcella, I'm defending Marcella. I'm defending Nosy Ho because, again, my stupid ass ain't thinking. Shit. I have to take it. Okay, I take what y'all say about that. if it's not Monique Tobin, she doesn't have any connection. I don't know right or wrong in that, but I will say that nobody deserves to be harassed like that. So my heart goes out to her and her family, but as many people as mention that woman's name, y'all don't give no fuck about her. Let's be real. Who got together to donate money to that family for them to recomp anything that they lost or any damage that was done? When y'all get done with this and dragging everybody, ain't nobody gonna say, oh, no, Monique Tobin. Y'all not. Let's be real. Y'all don't really give a fuck about nobody. This is about salaciousness. What's trending? Getting even. Who keeps up with the woman to know that she's okay? Y'all ain't checked up on the other Monicas and the people that called in. We're sorry for participating in all of this. Like I said, I'm trash. We all in the trash can together. Just like I shut my TV off when I'm done, y'all shut y'all TV off as well. But I'm an influencer. So I get a lot of heat. And I get 50,000 people pointing a finger at me at even stuff that I had absolutely nothing to do with. I wasn't complicit. Danny, I understand. And I'm going to address you too. I forgot to put you on the list. I'm going to address you too. I wasn't complicit. I don't think I was. I think, again, I felt that I was standing up for what was right and doing the right thing. And a lot of shit I just didn't watch. I have to decompress from that shit sometimes. Some of y'all watch this shit over and over all fucking day. I can't do it. What the fuck who it is? All this stuff is emotionally taxing, and it made some of y'all extra crazy. Yeah, to a different level because it was all pissed at Monica. Yes. Nosy content. We all were wrong. Yes. So I'll give an apology. I don't fully know what the apology should consist of because I'm honest. And I know where my heart was. But I will say in no shape or form would I want to ruin someone's life. What I want anybody's information out there like that, innocent people, to be hindered. I've said before, some of y'all is crazy. Y'all calling people's jobs and shit. For what? What do y'all get out of that? Even the worst person don't deserve some of the shit that y'all did. It's not right. That's not right. And I just didn't pay attention to everything that was going on while it was in it. It's different when you in it versus watching from a third party view. It's just different. It's not the same. Again, I did not find out that Marcella did not have an investigator or anything of this was a sham at all until she just confessed. I wasn't in the know of a lot of this stuff. Like the AKA letter. Word on the curb was that Marcella was on the board of AKA, and I called and asked her. She said, no, I didn't do that. I'm like, this is what they saying about you. But she really knew. Oh, that hurts that she knew this shit the whole motherfucking time. And the whole motherfucking time she remember, oh, I don't ever want to lose you and so Deb again. Oh, we gonna hang tight. Don't let what people say about us, tear us apart. I see now. Marcella had to come out with these videos and shit because everybody knows I'm a real motherfucker. And so I looked at that episode with the rabbit, and Marcella called me the next day because I was going to call and I sat and pondered on it. And then I was in school, and she know that. So I called her back later. And she didn't answer because I didn't want to think that I was pissed off totally. So she called back yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Okay. Because what's today? Friday? Wednesday. She called me. While I was talking to her, my honey bunny came by. So he heard most of the conversation. He ain't gonna get into it, but just believe, honey, more than one person heard what the fuck you said and what the fuck you did. So while I was talking to Marcella, I was getting ready for school. And she said, yeah, I called you. I figured you was in school, my dad. I told her that I was disappointed in the way she conducted this, that she didn't give me no heads up. So heads up, she just did it. I can't be mad that you did it. If you've been inkling to your heart that your conscience was guilty, then go ahead. That's fine. I said, but why did you do that way? Don't the rabbit work with Monica? If you're saying that you're against Monica and you're out in Monica, why would you get online with the rabbit of all people to confess your sins? I said, if anything, you should have confessed your sins on your own motherfucking channel to get the views and the super chats or whatever you was going to get. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you let somebody else monetize off your pay? That shit is stupid. And I said that. I said, why did you release all that information? You have put your cards on the table and you have not protected yourself. Why would you do that? I trust Rabbit. She cool. All that kind of shit. I said, well, if there are really certain legal ramifications that are coming, why would your lawyer advise you to tell this? I hope that you have something to protect yourself. Now that you have outed yourself, people can do civil suits against you because you lied. Okay? I will sue the shit out you. You better be ready. I said, they're not going to come after us when we ain't got no money. You don't want to claim you got all this money. I said that. When you want to repeat what the fuck I said, say it right. It's a lot of shit that you did. Like, did you think that far? I'll talk about that. I don't know, Megan. Kind of, yeah, looking at it now. Thank you, Cups and Conversation. I said, that shit don't make sense to me. Okay, we cool. I said, I'm upset with you. I didn't use the word upset, she did. I said, I'm upset. I'm bothered by you. I'm disappointed. That's what I told her. I'm disappointed in you and the way you handled this. And you implicate me in this shit. And she kept saying, I didn't say nobody else. I said me. I said, Marcella, don't nobody give a fuck about what you said. Because every time somebody say something, they say Marcella, So Debonair, and Princess. They don't give a fuck. It's Marcella, So Debonair, and Princess. It's never Princess by herself. Y'all implicate me in everybody else's shit as we're together. And that's it. I don't have no identity to myself. So it doesn't matter. It's the perception of it all. And you left me out here to dry. Well, she didn't apologize. She was like, well, it's like this, him and a hind. And I just said, okay, girl. We'll talk about it later. I'm like, we cool, but I know I still had to ponder on some stuff with that. So then what had happened was, I said, well, I was looking at the rabbit's video. I said, then on the community tab, Rabbit keeps saying, Houston, we have a problem. I already knew what the fuck that meant. Houston, we have a problem. I said, Marcella, why is Rabbit saying, Houston, we have a problem? And talking about the royal family. I don't know. I said, no, motherfucker. I said, now that is the one thing I did know. And I'll take accountability for that in a minute. I'm sorry. It was wrong, but I knew that. But again, loose lips sink ships, as you can see. I said, so if me, you, nosy, and I think so debonair, know how them pictures were begotten, how does the rabbit know? So here we go with this backpedaling, pussy popping shit. The rabbit just knew. She had said that, she had got it from All About the Trees. I said, oh, really? How the fuck All About the Trees know any motherfucking thing? And she said, well, we were watching and she said it. I said, oh, okay. I said, let me call sister girl and ask her. She said, no, don't call her. I said, why the fuck not? I said, I go to the source of every motherfucking thing. And if she said that shit, she gonna say she said that shit. All About the Trees. Can you let Saki back in the live, please? I never trusted her from day one. Schoolboy Raven, Monica, Rabbit, such my spirit wasn't right. So I said, well, let me ask her. I said, well, Rabbit is, I may not like her shit like that. But one thing I will give Rabbit credit for is she brings her receipts when she says something. And I said, well, shit. Why the fuck should I not ask her? I said, I done had face-to-face talk. She tried to make it like I couldn't trust her. I said, well, I done had face-to-face talks with this hoe. No shade. I'm not calling you no hoe in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying. I said, I done had face-to-face talks with this hoe. I said, I didn't seen her naked in a house. I said, I don't believe that she has a reason to lie to me. We cool. She wasn't expecting that because I don't be in everybody's page like that. So I guess you think I didn't know All About the Trees or I hadn't been familiar with it. Actually, All About the Trees is supposed to be went to my love and marriage Huntsville. We just ain't never put it up. Okay, oh, she in here. And so she said, don't call All About the Trees. So I said, oh, okay. Shit, I will. I said, I don't like going behind the back. Let's find out. So I did call All About the Trees. And I said, I have some questions to ask you. And I need to know the truth. And I said, how is it I said, did you ever say that Sinitra went to the so-called Monica or Kenya's house and went and took them pictures? She said, no, I don't know that to be fact. She said, there's a video I went back to that you could go back to, and that was my theory. I said, oh, okay. Did you talk to the rabbit about that? She said, I'm not even fucking with rabbit right now. She hadn't even seen the live with Marcella in it. Thank you, Miss Jones. So all about the tree said, no, I didn't say that. She said, I don't talk to Rabbit. I'm not even fucking out Rabbit because me and Rabbit fell out about some other shit. Okay. That I wasn't privy to because again, I don't be paying attention to this shit like that. To be all up in everybody else's business like that. Okay. And so, we came to an understanding, and that was that. She said that she only put that out there in theory, that she believes Sinitra did it. She said, I wish we could go back to the tape, because she said that Sinitra had put under the thing, when they were looking, they put out the address for the Kenya that she said, do I need to pull up? And that was what All About the Tree said to me. She also asked me, was it all right to divulge the information that I gave her? And I said, yes. So check this out. Let's pussy pop and backpedal again. When Marcella called me earlier that day and hung up, she called me back less than 5 minutes later. She was at the doctor. I said, yes, love. And she says, girl, I just got off the phone with Princess. And she said that she upset with me about, because I told the rabbit this, that, and the other. And I just looked at my honey bunny. And he looked at me and shook his head. And I just listened to her tell whoever the fuck he was calling about me. I was like, this girl knows she done tore her ass with me, right? She asked questions. I said, yeah. She still didn't catch my motherfucking voice. She kept talking. And she told her, she put a little sauce on what the fuck I said. And she told me that they gonna come to you because you got all the monies. And that's gonna, I was like, oh, okay. I just sit and listen. Okay. Right here on this here phone. She called twice. So when she waited for a response, I just hung up the phone. And I haven't heard from Marcella since. If she had any sense, she would have pussy popped the backpedal and came back and said, ooh, girl, I'm sorry, my bad. Well, you know how it is, whatever it is. Mm-mm. So she felt the need to go live whenever she went live or Who Would Love Chronicles, whatever. I wasn't even enthralled in YouTube yesterday. I had some shit going on. So I'm late to whatever was going on in the YouTube streets. But this morning, All About the Trees called me and said, girl, you know what they really saying? They saying, yeah, here comes Sinitra's ass too going live. Y'all go there. She says, that I talked about All About the Trees to her and said that woman's house was dirty. Yeah, she accidentally called me and thought that she was calling someone else. She thought that, she told her that I had told everybody where I ain't never been to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in my life. I've driven through Pennsylvania by way of New York, but I've never been to to Philadelphia. That I have been to All About the Trees house. Okay. And her house was dirty and shit like that. And look, I don't know what that lady inside her house, it was neck up, okay? And she was walking through, okay? The most I saw was the inside of her oven cooking some good food, okay? I don't have no reason to talk about all About the Trees for nothing like that. Yes, that was God showing me where my people is. So like I told All About the Trees, if she want to come up and say her piece later, I will let her do it. I'll send you the link through Instagram when I do. So she fucked up and she knew she tore her ass with me. So she had to try to fill in and run and pussy pop and try to get out there before I got out there. Look, I sat on this shit for a day and a half, girl. You should have shut the fuck up and figured it out. You can't save yourself from this because you did that shit. Who you atoning for, I don't know. You trying to stay ahead, but you ain't gonna discredit me because I put credit on my name way before my credit is good. Fuck y'all. God bless you. She didn't butt down. She called. I guess she looked back when I hung up and said, "Oh shit, bitch, I done called the wrong motherfucker." But she did that shit. Hey, lasting impressions. She meant to call and talk about me to somebody else. Again, I don't have much to say after that about Nosy Ho because I've already went into that. I did not know the investigation was a sham investigation. I had no idea as to that. I've watched some of Danny's videos and everything, and I did not know that she was that type of person. And it's sad. The lady is mentally touched. And it's sad. And I feel sad for her not having fulfillment in her life in that matter. Now, Danny Robinson and some of y'all other ones. I've always said I don't care for Danny Robinson because I just don't like the mob mentality. Even though hindsight looking out, y'all accuse me of having mob mentality. If that's what it is, then so be it. I stand in that shit. I didn't mean to. I don't like the attitude that Danny does what she does, but she is thorough and I'll give her credit. But at the same time, now that things are coming out, I guess there was a reason and God has ordained everything for a reason. That if she had not been so forward in her actions, then, I would have never known. And a lot of people wouldn't have never known. A lot of people would still be naive to that this was a mess, that this is all a lie. Danny, again, I don't like your methods, but I thank you for putting the information out there. It's kind of a hard area to be in with everybody. No, I'm not. The reason why I named my name, I'm not running from you. I'm not running from anybody. Because anything I know, I could spill the tea on my own shit versus anybody else. Are you still streaming? No.
I don't have anything.
Are you still streaming? No.
I don't have anything open.
Double check to see if YouTube is closed all the way. You on iPhone or Android?
Okay, how about now?
Let me see.
How about now?
Okay, I ain't heard nothing. That sounds good. Okay, nothing. That sounds good. Oh shit.
Okay, great. So you said a lot.
Oh, it's a delay. I'm gonna mute my stuff. I'm gonna be hush. We'll just work it out.
Wow, you said some.
I'm my stuff. We just work it out.
What happened? Well, you said a lot. And I think my intuition never fails me. I knew for myself that you were telling the truth. You've always shown yourself or proven yourself to be a truth teller in regards to the situation, producing receipts, vindicating yourself, and you do it in a time when it's needed, right? And so I didn't want to just rush to judgment We had that conversation. You came in the chat. You approached me behind the scenes. I told you, no, I did not tell the rabbit. I did say, based off of my theory, what I believe, based off of what I witnessed. And I put two and two together. I don't know if everybody else was paying attention, but I was paying attention. I would have a front row seat because my commentary was based off of the content, what was going on. I too believed the investigation. I was following it very closely. I was commentating on it. And for Marcella to take to her channel to insinuate they're snakes and, oh, now she's the victim because she wanted to come clean and vindicate herself. You're not, nobody is trying to come after you because you wanted to vindicate yourself. We're just holding you accountable for not trying to come clean and still playing dirty. Okay? Because I did not have anything to do with the actual, goings ons behind the scenes. I didn't have anything to do. I'm just a mere small channel commentating, giving my own opinions and theories as to the recent events as they unfolded. Now she's denying, she said a whole lot of nothing in that live because I watched it so that, I can address it later. Now on her live, she's using a lot of scriptures. She's beating around the bushes, pussyfooting around some things. But one thing she did make clear, and my assumption again is correct. Why did she lie on me? What is the motive? Well, maybe that is to protect a relationship with Sinitra, because why else would she try to distance herself from her outing or putting that out there that Sinitra had something to do with the license plate and the doxing allegedly? Why are you trying to distance yourself from it when, in fact, she told other content creators, which she believed that Sinitra did? Okay? I didn't have any conversations with anybody else. I reached my own conclusion based off of what I seen on Nosy Ho's channel, based off of Sinitra saying, I live near there. I'm going to drive by, or whatever she said to that effect. Okay? So in my opinion, I said that that's the person who, being over 50 years old and involving yourself into doxing and bullying and harassing an innocent bystander is unbecoming and classless. And you're trash for it. I said that. And I stand on that. At one point in time, I was bigging Sinitra up because I thought, what she presented to us was somebody who was, empowering. I want, this and that. But you, debased yourself. You lowered yourself. You came off your proverbial throne to drive by someone's house and take a license plate. How peasantry of you to do that. And for Rabbit to call it out in her video and for Marcella to distance herself from that, I surmise that possibly she wanted to keep that relationship intact. So hence the lie and throwing me under the bus, which she is denying, which I knew that she would deny. Now, my subbies, the treetops, they are very supportive of me, and I have maintained my integrity on YouTube. So for her to tell you, oh, don't ask her because you can't trust her, that tells me you are willing to do any and everything to cover up your lies, and you are again playing dirty while coming clean. It's an oxymoron. It doesn't make any sense. And to me, I was giving her some grace. I was trying to show her some compassion, because even in light of what you told me behind the scenes, I said, okay, well, you know what? We're going to see how this plays out. I kept that in mind. I never thought that you were lying because you have no reason to lie. And she claims that she has not watched my videos. She doesn't know who I am. But yet she went on Don't Tell Me, Tell the People, and she vouched for me when So Debonair had, made a gesture of being dismissive of how he didn't want me to come up on Sonny's panel that particular night. And then, we resolved that. He said he doesn't have an issue with me. But now I wonder, did he have that reaction towards me based off of maybe what Marcella could have told him about me? I don't know. Or maybe from my other videos about Nosio. I don't know. But what the common denominator is, right? Why did she lie? Why did she lie on me? Why did she deem it necessary to say, I am the one who told Rabbit about that, as if she knew that to be true? As if she knew that to be true. Now she's denying the whole
situation. I think it was convenient because she thought that I didn't know you or I had never talked to you. That's what I think it was.
Okay. And in spite of her telling other people that she believed that it was Sinitra as well, she decided, okay, let me just tell Princess this just to get her off my back. And in her live, she said, oh, I spoke to the rabbit about me. I spoke to the rabbit about me. I didn't discuss. And then she kept saying, Sinitra wasn't on the panel. She wasn't on the panel. I don't know why she deemed that necessary to keep repeating that, as though she is not holding her accountable, Sinitra accountable, because she wasn't on the panel or what have you. I don't know. But what I do know is that birds of a feather flock together. How can you come clean and vindicate yourself from all of this wrongdoing when you are still aligning yourself with a sea creature? Okay, because we all know that Sinitra rocks hard and heavy for Nosy Ho. So why is this relationship so important to you? Why? In my opinion, Marcella is an AARP pick me. In my opinion. It's a shame. But she's going to be the AARP pick me. And that's just that. And for her to say or try to, divide and conquer, me and you have a certain rapport. And like I said, I'm not saying this just because I'm on Princess panel. Princess have been scrutinized by me in my commentary with her silence. We already know that. Okay, Princess vindicated herself on her own time. Okay, but I was impatient. I wanted to hear something. Give us the dirt, because I knew that Princess knew more than she was telling us, and she didn't want to tell us, and I was upset about it. Okay. Also, it's really a shame. It's really, really, really a shame, because people are going to bat for Marcella. People are buying into her pity party. Oh, woe is me. Okay, I'm holding myself accountable. I had a come to Jesus moment, and God told me I need to come clean. Well, did God tell you this before or after Nosy publicly shamed you? Because I don't think that you cut ties with Nosy Ho. I think that Nosy Ho cut ties with you first.
Yes, she did. Thank you, Wonder Woman. Yes, she did.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think I wasn't viable to her anymore. At no point, I wasn't viable to her. And then maybe she let Marcella do it. I don't know.
Absolutely, you weren't. You weren't, because you went on with your life, making your content, doing what you do. And Marcella did the same thing. We don't know these people personally, but I always say we know these people by behaviors. The same behavior that she exhibited when All About the Tea first did that to Ples, right? What did she do? She went on a panel tour. The same thing she's doing that she did with Nosy Ho, and then she ran that well until it ran dry. And then when Nosy Ho turned her back on her, okay, well, let me go to the rabbit. Let me go to the other side. So again, this person is an AARP pick me. When the wind blows, she changes her mind and she changes her stance. Okay? So, with that being said, I mean, and you know what? And I'm still taking it easy on her because, like I said, I didn't even go all the way in. And for her to try to put us against each other, when she told Hood Life, oh, send her this message. If she don't stop besmirching my name or whatever on my putting dirt on my name, I'm gonna let it all out. Because Princess was talking about her, and Princess been to her house and seen her naked. Now I already knew that she was running scared, but I wanted her to lay out all of the cards on the table because she don't know what our interaction was. So for her to say that Princess been to my house and all of that, I knew that that was bullshit. See, you can pee on my leg, but for so long. Okay? And for her to say, you've been to my house, you saw me naked, that was her covering her ass because she was further verifying that what you said was true. Because your conversation that you just said that you had with her, it speaks to that.
I called you first and told you what I said.
Yes, you already called me and told me what you said. And you didn't speak anything about me because nobody have seen my house. So for her to add that in, that was just the cherry on top. She threw that
little sauce on everything. Little sauce on everything.
Yeah. You threw a little bit of Laurie's on it, but that's not the interaction that we had. See, if you were paying attention, if you took your ginkgo biloba, you would have recalled the conversation that you and Princess had. I don't know if it's the Alzheimer's or the dementia that's going on because clearly she lost her motherfucking mind. If you thought that you threatening me through Hood Life or daring me to keep your name out of my mouth was going to move me to do what you want me to do, then bitch, you must have bumped your head on that goddamn Easy Jesus that you be drinking. Now, I suggest you lay off the firewater and come back to reality. And I'm going to put you in your place, Miss Marcella, because I tried to show you some compassion. I tried to show you some grace. And for you to say, if you don't stop speaking, I'm going to tell what Princess said about, listen, Princess never been to my house. And what she have seen of my house was not dirty, let me tell you. Which she has seen was a clean stove and a nice pot of leg of lamb, honey.
That's what it was, lamb.
Yes, it was the leg of lamb.
It was looking
and
good.
I was not clothed. I was not clothed. I was going up the steps. Okay, so maybe you could have seen my fireplace, but my house is not dirty. And on top of that, I always make it known to people that I be butt ass naked. Booty ball, assholes, and elbows is what you might see. So that's why I don't show my face.
Thank you, Auntie.
What the hell you might see? You got the titty swinging and the ass clapping. I don't know what you might see. So no, she hasn't been to my house. We had a FaceTime call in which she saw the neck up like she said. Okay? So that's not going to work. Please hang up and try your call again, honey. Anyway, we're going to watch and see because all of this shit is a shaky foundation. And I told you guys that the trauma bond that you guys have formed with Nosy Ho, that would dissipate, and it has. Everything that I have said has come to pass. And I'm going to open me up a 1-900 number because it just seems I'm so clairvoyant. I got my ESPN on, or ESP, they call it. Yeah, but you guys subscribe and like Princess video, and I will be going live shortly after this live. I will be going live, so it's crazy.
I'll be back in the bushes. And again,
Yeah, yeah,
congratulations
yeah.
on
But Marcella, that's
congratulations.
not going to work. That's not going to work. And if you're truly coming clean, why then are you aligning yourself with another nosy hoe henchman? If you're truly debunking or trying to remove yourself from the sham investigation, and I didn't even know that that sorority letter was fake. Did Marcella fake that letter?
I don't know. I know she gave me one more name the other day when I asked. But yeah.
It's funny how she shifts
I
the
don't know the
blame.
people.
It's funny. She did that with Monica's situation, but no, notice how she's moving. She's moving the same way every time she gets her ass in some more shit. She moves the same way every time. People wake up. And the people that are falling for this bullshit, just mark my words, as I said before, with some other people that a lot of platforms that I think that Danny Robinson is calling out. A lot of platforms are, giving her a lot of grace because they are buying into the bullshit once again. Marcella goes whichever way the wind blows. Okay, and she's setting herself up to be back in the good graces of Monica because, like I said, this is an AARP pick me. You're
And
54
Monica
years.
was mighty soft on her that last line with that
Of course.
Jesus
Who
Christ.
knows?
Yeah, okay.
Who knows the amount of cash apps and Snapchats she done gave at this point for her forgiveness? You can't buy your way into heaven, bitch. Just know that.
Thank you, Nali Inspires for the super sticker. Well, apparently that last laugh she did today, it is, yes, you got the money, baby. Well, I'll address that when y'all get off. I'm gonna get my
Ciao. Well, thank you. It's been fun. Thank you guys for coming out. You've been great. It's all about the trees, you guys. It's all about the